I read my Bible in the dark. Door locked. Curtains drawn. Phone hidden under my mattress. In Yemen, this is how faith must survive, in silence, in shadows. In the tiny spaces between breaths. My name doesn't matter. I'm 23 years old. And I am a Christian in a country where that word can cost you everything. My family doesn't know. My neighbors don't know. The only one who knows is the God who found me in a place I never expected to be found. This is the story of how I became a secret believer. And the ancient woman who taught me I was never invisible. I grew up in a faith I didn't choose. It was handed to me. The way language is handed to children without question, without hesitation. I prayed because everyone prayed. I fasted because everyone fasted. I bowed because everyone bowed. But something was missing. A hollow space behind my ribs that rituals couldn't fill. I didn't know what I was searching for. I just knew I was searching. It started with a phone. A cracked screen. A video someone sent as a joke meant to mock, meant to offend. But I didn't laugh. A man was speaking about a God who didn't demand perfection. A God who came close instead of staying distant. A God who called himself a father. I watched the whole video. Then I watched it again. My hands were shaking by the end. Not from fear. From recognition. Like hearing your name called in a crowded room by someone you've never met. Something deep inside me answered before my mind could. I found more videos. Then articles. Then a Bible translated into Arabic, hidden in a folder labeled School Notes. I read at night when the house fell silent. Genesis. Psalms. The Gospels. Each word felt like water after years of thirst. I didn't understand everything. But I understood enough. This God was different. This God saw me. The night I believed, I didn't say anything out loud. I couldn't. I just sat on my bedroom floor, phone pressed to my chest, tears streaming down my face. And I whispered inside my heart, if you're real, I'm yours. No thunder. No voice from heaven. Just warmth. A presence I couldn't explain. A hand resting gently over my trembling heart. That was the night everything changed. And the night everything became dangerous. Being a secret Christian in Yemen is not like hiding a hobby. It's not like keeping a journal no one reads. It's like carrying fire inside your chest and pretending you're not burning. I couldn't tell my mother. She would weep. Then she would report me. Not out of cruelty, out of love. Because in her mind, saving my soul meant turning me in. I couldn't tell my brothers. They would see it as an honor to correct me. An honor to silence me. I couldn't tell my friends. Because in Yemen, friendships have limits. And faith crosses every one of them. So I learned to hide. I prayed with my eyes open so no one would ask why I bowed differently. I read scripture on a phone I kept buried under clothes. I worshipped in my heart while my mouth stayed silent. The loneliness was the hardest part. Not the danger. Not the fear. The loneliness. I longed for someone to say, I believe too. I longed for fellowship. For worship. For one voice beside mine. But there was only silence. Silence became the price of knowing Jesus. Some nights, I asked God the question I tried so hard to bury. Why here? Why me? Why now? I didn't understand why He would plant faith in soil this dry. Why He would light a flame in a place where fire is forbidden. Was this a punishment? A test? A mistake? The question broke me a little more each time I asked it. Then one night, I found her. I was reading Genesis in the dark, scrolling through chapters I'd read before. And I stumbled on a story I'd somehow missed. A woman named Hagar. She wasn't important by the world's standards, yet heaven turned toward her. A foreigner. A servant. A woman whose story seemed too small to notice. She was pregnant and alone. Fleeing into a wilderness she didn't choose. Running with no destination. No hope. No one who understood her pain. And then, God found her. By a spring of water in the desert, He spoke to her. Gently. Tenderly. As though her tears were precious. Hagar did something no one else in Scripture had done before. She gave God a name. You are El Roi. The God who sees me. I stopped reading. My breath caught. My eyes blurred with tears I couldn't stop. Because I realized something I hadn't understood before. Hagar was me. A woman in a land she didn't choose. A woman carrying a secret too heavy to share. A woman who thought she was invisible. But God saw her. And God sees me. I closed my phone and sat in the darkness. The prayer escaped before I could stop it. Lord. If you saw Hagar, then you see me too. And in that moment, something shifted. I wasn't in Yemen by accident. I wasn't a secret Christian by mistake. My hidden faith wasn't a punishment. It was a seed. And seeds are never meant to stay in the soil forever. I still read my Bible in the dark. Still pray with my eyes open. Still carry my faith like a lamp under a blanket, burning, but unseen. But I don't feel invisible anymore. Because I know the truth now. God does some of His greatest work through the ones the world overlooks. The most powerful lights are sometimes the ones that must remain hidden. For now. I don't know what tomorrow holds. I don't know if I'll ever worship out loud. I don't know if I'll ever say I'm a Christian without fear. But I know this. Heaven sees every step I take, every whisper I breathe, every tear I hide, every prayer I cannot speak aloud. I am not forgotten. I am not invisible. I am not alone. Because He is still the God who sees. And He sees me. Some seeds must be planted in darkness before they bloom in light. I am one of those seeds. And I am still growing. And God is the gardener who never loses sight of what He plants. Thank you for watching this story. If it touched something inside you, if it reminded you that God sees the hidden places, if it whispered hope into a corner of your heart you don't talk about, then I want you to know this. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not lost in the crowd. The same God who found Hagar in the wilderness. The same God who sits with secret believers in the shadows. Is the same God who sees you, right now, wherever you are. If you've ever felt unseen, unheard, or unnoticed, may this story remind you that heaven is closer than it seems. And if you want more stories like this, stories of pain, healing, courage, and grace, you're welcome to join us here at Mustard Seed Stories. We walk this journey together, one story at a time. Until next time, may the God who sees you keep you, strengthen you, and draw you deeper into His light. You are seen. You are loved. You are His. If this story spoke to your heart, please subscribe to Mustard Seed Stories, where every week, we share real stories of faith, struggle, and hope.